Senator Cadell.
Much. I was in the Senate estimates room with Senator Shoebridge. I think Senator Pocock was there too when we were asking questions of DVA and these cuts and this cap. And when you get down to why, you talk about why these things happen. And it came down to two. Out of all our veterans, 2 veterans received over $100,000. That's it. 2 veterans out of the whole thing. And I think one was getting a lot of money on dietitian work, I think was one. I don't know the other one, maybe podiatry, I can't remember. And we asked at the time, what are you doing to stop the rorts with these providers? Because that was, if I see someone going wrong, I see overbilling, I see that, I would go after the provider and say, what you're doing is wrong and you are no longer part of the system. I'd take action against them. And we were stunned to hear that no action was taken against the providers. None. But the action was taken against every single veteran. Over 25,000 of them who went over the cap, this number over the $5,000 mark in 2024-2005. So 2 providers are potentially taking advantage of the system, rorting taxpayers, rorting veterans, taking money out of the system. And the answer of that government is to punish 25,000 veterans by putting a cap on allied health services. I think in some articles of war, collective punishment is actually forbidden on this sort of thing, but we're doing it to our own veterans. And imagine going over and fighting overseas, doing what you're doing, serving in your military, doing all this, and then be victim of collective punishment by your own government for the actions of potentially 1 or 2 people. And they talk about the crime, going to see the physio. That's a very good point. Imagine going to see the physio and being punished for it. And when we talk about these 25,000 veterans that went over the cap, and we talk about the savings, I heard the amazing, we're putting $79 million into allied health. That's great. You're pulling $748 million out of the system, and you want to be congratulated for putting a bit over 10% back into the system. This is the wrong way to go about it. I've texted a gentleman from Scone that I was talking to last week about this, and I haven't got permission to use his name yet. But if it comes through while I'm talking, I will. But this is a $5,000 for him is in 2 months. He's in dire straits from his service. He was a young, fit man. His body's failing him. He's had open heart surgery. He had all of these things. And for him, the uncertainty about what this means is causing more stress. It's actually making his position worse. So we can't sit here in a nation we are and say that the ends justifies the means in this case. How can we say possibly that to take all of this certainty, all of this care, all of this thing from people who have put themselves up to be willing to go to war for us is a good thing? And when we talk about the ongoing consultations or what to go further, I have an email from this same gentleman I was talking about. And I'll say, can you suggest that he pushed the Minister for Veterans Affairs to send any discussion papers to each and every RSL sub-branch in the country? This will give a strong message back to the government of what they actually need and want. Everyone I talked from my cohort of military mates are fuming, and they will tell the story that they need to knock and I'll remove the last 2 words from this because they're explicit. And this is what I can't get down to. It is a miscall. People get these things wrong all the time, but it's a cap that serves no purpose. Imagine not fixing a problem. Imagine just extending how long the pain goes for if you get to your cap. It's a ridiculous thing. And we've seen this time and time again where the government can identify a problem but doesn't even know how to go about fixing it. An action where it ticks a box is the action this government wants, not an action that fixes the problem. So I say to you, our veterans, you deserve better. I say to your veterans that this is uncalled for, and for the 25 veterans that need this help, and there may be more in the future. This is the 25,000 last year. You need this help, you deserve it, and we will restore it, because it is just part of our deal with you. We are breaking a covenant we made with you when you took the oath, when you went into uniform, when you agreed to serve your country. And you heard the very personal stories from Senator Lambie. We've heard them around. And it was an unbelievable thing sitting in that chamber and just hearing this is all because of a couple of providers that have done the wrong thing that no action was taken against. Don't punish the people that do the right thing for the actions of a couple of criminals.